it's Jaclyn Krowmowski with the Herd Book Ag Media, and I'm here to give you your Moving Iron Ag News update as we move along throughout the month of December. It's official. Ag Secretary Vilsack has said the Department of Agriculture will invest over $600 million, again, going to climate-smart and resilient infrastructure projects, and that'll be all over the United States as well as Puerto Rico. Brownfield Ag News reports that Vilsack says rural America is on the front lines of climate change, and that programs are going to create good, high-paying jobs as well as helping people save money via reducing energy costs. And in keeping with the theme of sustainability and low energy, recently Low Carbon Beef LLC, which is based in Oklahoma, has received approval from the Department of Agriculture's Process Verification Program, or PVP, which is under the Agricultural Marketing Service. Essentially, this means that the program has the green light to allow for beef farmers and ranchers to earn a premium, specifically by reducing carbon emissions at various points throughout their cattle operation. This is of note because it is the very first program approved by the Department of Ag for calculating greenhouse gases throughout all life cycles of beef production and its subsequent carbon emissions. We need to do more than talk about change, and we have the ability to measure it, verify it, and provide a better product for customers, said Colin Beal, PhD and founder of Low Carbon Beef, as reported by meatandpoultry.com. Low Carbon Beef has also said that in the future they hope to expand on their certifications based on the size of emission reduction, and they may even eventually have carbon negative beef certifications that I wonder might be somewhat similar to the soil credits we are seeing today. Definitely an up-and-coming company we want to continue watching. Moving on to our international news. As we have discussed, Asia, most notably China, is coming very close to opening some markets for GMOs, in particular corn seed. And as such, some biotechnology companies are accelerating their work to keep up. One company is already working in hopes of supporting laws that are going to keep competitors in the bioag technology space away from China and try to keep the industry as domestic as possible. Oilseed and Grain News reports that Cargill is expanding their edible oil footprint in southern India with a new $35 million investment. While Cargill has operated its edible oil business in India since the early 2000s and already have a pretty strong presence throughout the country, an exciting and particularly relevant update we have this week is that union workers up in Canada at Cargill's High River beef plant have actually accepted a new labor contract, thus avoiding the strike that I had mentioned was potentially looming in the distance last week. This is a pretty big deal because this one single plant accounts for about 40% of the entire Canadian nation's beef supply. And luckily, the conditions of the new contract were acceptable to the union, and it appears that business is going to continue as usual. Coming back to the U.S. for our national updates, a North Carolina company is using the CRISPR DNA gene editing technology to eliminate seeds in certain types of berries, particularly blackberries and black raspberries, that could potentially reach more customers and increase sales for this overall sector. Food Dive reports that Tom Adams, the co-founder of the company called Pairwise, said that their executives noticed that while overall berry demand here in the States has been on the rise, there have been pretty sizable obstacles deterring a lot of consumers from purchasing and even farmers from growing more to meet the demand. According to FoodDive.com, Adams has said that Pairwise wanted to, quote, get rid of seeds and bring the kind of properties into it that are in other berries so that we can expect choices and give people more options for a healthy diet, unquote. And it also should be noted, because this is done with the CRISPR gene editing technology, these would not be considered GMOs. Pairwise has also been involved with berries, having worked to change plant structure to remove thorns from certain kind of bushes, thereby making a harvest safer. Pairwise says they are also working on making some edits to leafy greens and as well as pitless cherries. It said that these new seedless berries could be hitting grocery store shelves here in the States sometime in the mid-2020s. As you have all noted, inflation has, of course, been a little bit too high for comfort. And, of course, that also means that a lot of crop production costs, while the commodity markets are doing pretty well, have skyrocketed and could impact a lot of growers' planting plans for the year 2022. This could especially be due to corn's high input fertilizer nitrogen. Meatandpoultry.com reports that several factors have contributed to not only the inflated prices of nitrogen, but also limited supplies. That's it for this week. This Ag News Update is brought to you by the Herd Book Ag Media, serving all your agribusiness writing, communication, and media needs. Find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or our company website, the-herdbook.com. Let me know you found out about us here in Moving Iron and get 20% off your first invoice.